All right, I'd like to call this meeting of the Ways and Means Committee to order at 6:01 PM. This meeting is being recorded by Ways and Means Committee. If any other persons present are doing the same, you must notify me at this time. And it looks like it's just us. So I'll do a roll call of members. Counselor Bottomley, that's me, I'm here. Counselor Torenzo is not here. Counselor Master Counselor Brown?
Here.
Counselor Perry?
Here.
And we have a quorum. So I'll move to public comment. I don't see anyone signed up here. If anyone in the room wants to do anyone online? All right, no public comment today. We'll move on to public hearing, of which there's none today. And before we move on to motions, without objection, I'd like to move one of the agenda items forward. The Chief of Staff would like to speak to us about the budget. It's number 7. So yeah, I'll move that forward. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Looks like page 48, I'm thinking.
Okay, so the budget was my mistake at the spreadsheet at the beginning of the book. So when we make the budget book, we build it in Excel and Word, and I put the spreadsheet in the beginning of the book. We updated that bottom line number when we had that. And I literally just forgot to continue to update the spreadsheet the day that the book was due. I had to get on an airplane and go see Senator Markey as I was invited to DC for a panel discussion the following day. The final number was correct on that budget line. Throughout the book, all of the charts that have the green headers are all corrected. Myself, the finance director, and the mayor sat here and went through each one. But I did not go back and recheck the budget worksheet. I had put it in there as a placeholder and simply forgot. And I'm sorry. And it is corrected now. We have sent out updated copies to everyone. And the updated copy will be going up on the city's website for the public to see. So that is what happened.
Were they in complaints? Did anybody come to you and say what's this or?
I've had a couple people come to me and I've sent them the updated spreadsheet and explained what happened. Like, I just forgot. And it's been corrected and sent out. So
You only have to find your sword once, Eric.
I mean, I'm more than happy. I'm sure I'll have other opportunities. Don't worry. I've made mistakes. But
No, but in transparency, thanks for
yeah, of course.
coming here and speaking to us, because that is a huge undertaking, that budget book. And I
Yeah.
believe every year there are some little
Yeah.
tweaks and little things that it's a huge undertaking.
I learned a lot. So hopefully next year will be better.
I'm glad you didn't say perfect.
No, I'm never aiming for perfection. Perfect is the enemy of good enough. So I just wanted to be transparent and tell everyone the mistakes that had happened and make it clear that the corrections have been out there now too. Are there any questions? Okay.
That's one.
Ready to go home now. He's happy.
That one.
So much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good meeting.
Thanks for your work on the budget.
Good job.
Jobs again in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Oh, all right. I don't know that one. We got any complaints. So,
So we'll return back to number 6 under motions. And these are kind of clumped together, the first few, the chapter 59. So I thought, if we have a little more informality with the subcommittee setting, that I might ask for just sort of an overview first on these, and then we can get into the specifics of each one and do a vote of recommendation.
A little bit about this. Okay, so we have a bunch of things that we've looked at, considered regarding tax exemptions for next year. And so the first one that we're looking at here is the changing the residency. Right now, we require 2 years of residency for any type of exemption. I think in an effort to attract as many people to town as we can and to take advantage of all the things that Greenfield has to offer, we'd like to change that to 1 year, which I think is a good thing. And it will help out those who just move into town and give them a little break. The second one is if the real estate is owned by a trustee, a conservator, or a fiduciary. So oftentimes the houses are held in trust nowadays. And if the person qualifies for a tax break, however, they have a real estate nominee trust and the children are actually the beneficiaries, they have a life estate, whatever that fact may be, then the folks can take advantage of that tax break as well, as long as they reside in the house. And then the third one is additional exemption up to 25% for veterans. Now, there's a lot of veteran clauses that we could adopt. And kind of our thinking was, well, why don't we just make it a flat 25% and allow and give that additional exemption to the veteran based upon your veteran status. We can give you an additional 25%. And then finally, reducing the qualifying age from 67 to 65 for elderly benefits, which, people retire and, I don't know when people retire, but 65 generally is the age. So we thought that was a good thing to do. In my memo, there were some other things that we had considered as far as some exemptions. Many of them having to do with consumer price index, as well as military status that requires a judgment of the assessor whether or not they're indigent enough in order to, which speaking with Randy, that puts him in a bad spot, because how do you determine if you're poor enough? And that would leave him with a judgment call. And then finally, transferring of the benefit to parents and guardians rather than just spouse. And we felt that was a little bit more overreaching than it needed to be, especially given a blanket 25%. So we're doing some things, but not everything. And then the last one is reducing the statutory rate from 8 to 3%. The previous statutory rate was 16%. The new rate is 8%. And the proposal that we looked at was to reduce it to 3%, with things that the way they are. 16 was way too high. There's no question about it. 8% is a little better. I don't know what's going to happen with interest rates. They're probably going to go up. So, 8% was kind of the happy medium there. And that ensures us if rates go down, if rates go up, we don't have to change it from year to year. We don't have to keep looking at it. We just have a flat 8%, which encompasses a lot of economic uncertainty within that interest rate number. So, I'm happy to take questions or discuss it more.
Were you able to find any historical information why it was 2 years of residential? Did you see anything why it was explained or anything?
No, it kind of just was there. And we thought, oh, well, I guess someone thought at one time, well, you need to live here at least 2 years before you get anything. So.
My question is about 18A, the, what is it called? In hardship deferral.
Mhm.
How does it work in other towns that do implement it? What do they use as their?
From what I understand is that they have very defined procedures. So if you meet a certain income threshold, but then we have to go back and look at, we have to request your tax forms from the IRS. So, I think that would be something we could do in the future possibly, but we would have to greatly define the procedures, because I don't want to give Randy any judgment calls there, because, you know, you do it for one, then you have to do it for other, and who's to say who's poor enough, who's not poor enough? So if we have a stratified income verification, and that we can handle all the concrete information, and then we can work off that concrete information that is the same for everyone across the board. I don't want to treat anyone differently when we take a look at those things.
I have two follow-up questions. One is, does the Board of Assessors, can they help with that, or is that inappropriate because it's too confidential?
I think the Board of Assessors can help with that. They could probably, yeah, they could probably do it in maybe an executive session or something like that, yeah.
And then the other question is, could it be tied to something like food stamps or something where it's like, if they qualify for this, then they've already done the work to.
I just speak up a little bit. Hi,
Oh, hey,
I'm on the board of assessors. About.
And do you want to come to the mic maybe? I don't know.
Sure,
It's a-
okay.
Sorry, that's the usual protocol.
I'm trying not to step in because.
Yeah, no, no.
I know you guys have a lot, but, we already have 18A.
Okay.
We're gonna keep 18A.
Yeah.
Other towns have a very specific policy. We do too. We've recently ratified ours. It's very like other towns. It does include means testing of the kind you mentioned. The only thing that we were asking for is to reduce the interest rate, and we're not going to do that for the same reasons as we're not going to reduce the interest rate for a senior deferral and some of these other things.
Cool. Yeah, because my understanding is that there's no one currently taking the, or
Yeah,
like
we have-
like a handful of years.
We have some 18s, but no 18As, to my understanding.
Thanks.
Do we know in general what the cost would be, the lost revenue?
From doing an 18A?
No, from these all in general.
Oh.
Ooh, I haven't done the math on them. It's not a lot. It's the senior one is the only one that would be more than a few people, but it's not a tremendous amount.
And these are all things that are not automatic, is that right? These have to be applied for, the exemptions?
Yeah, you have to apply for them, yeah.
Yeah, and the requirements are quite strict.
I'm gonna say something on that. Cost, okay? Because I think I know the cost, and there's probably, I looked at the list. And I think it's a really good thing the way we did it with the cost increase. I checked with Chris Demers to see what other municipalities are doing. Once this HERO Act went forward, I don't think anybody else is doing that. But we have a lot of seniors and a lot of veterans here, as opposed to doing a cost of living, which would be difficult. You'd have to do it every year. We put in for 25%. Once I looked at the list of veterans that were getting the 400. Yeah, so we're going from 400 to 500 with a 25% increase. I bet there were about 100, 150. So you're increasing by 100. So 100 times 100 is
$10,000.
okay, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't think it was going to cost more than the overlay. Like, we have money in the overlay. They didn't think that we were going to go outside of the overlay. So the actual cost, there are like two or three people that we have $1,000 deduction, and then very few people that were in between. So the actual cost, for the most part, the Board of Assessors worked very hard on coming forward with different exemptions, and we tried to pick up as many of them as we thought practical. I want to say one other thing on the interest rate that I actually did check at a mayor's meeting, because the interest rate on tax title, that was reduced by statute November 1st of 24 from down to 8%. And no one of our neighboring municipalities, I asked the question, is anyone going for less? And I was practically laughed out at the meeting, because they looked at me like I had two heads, really. You know, like, really, you would charge less than that? Because we all know what our what your credit cards charge for interest. And they were kind of like, like you want people to pay their taxes, right? So no other municipalities were decreasing the rate lower than that of so like whatever, 50 mayors.
Thank you. Do you have any questions on this?
I'm just thanks for your work on this. I know there's a lot of looking at stuff and, anytime we can help people without killing ourselves is a good thing.
We want to keep seniors in their homes in Greenfield. It's a big problem now. This was one of the levers we could try and pull.
And some of these, it's my understanding, hadn't been increased in a long time.
Long time.
So that seems just fair.
And most of these, as Jenny said, we have like no takers, like 41A, the senior deferral, 0. Nobody takes that. It seems like it would be something that could be helpful to seniors, but I just think a lot of them, they don't know about it. They don't qualify. There's a lot of barriers.
Yeah, any other questions? Let's read these down and vote on each one individually. This is page 51, sorry. City Council, this is order number fiscal year 26-1013. The City of Greenfield accept general laws, chapter 59, section 5, clause 22F, which lowers the time required to establish residency in the Commonwealth from 2 years to 1 year for exemptions granted for fiscal year beginning on or after July 1st, 2025. Second?
Section.
Sure.
And discussion on this one. Great, I guess we'll vote. All in favor? Aye. That's a unanimous yes. Those present. The next one is FY 26-014. The City Council moved that it be ordered that the City of Greenfield accept general laws, chapter 59, section 5, clause 22G. Real estate that is the residential domicile of a person, but is owned by a trustee, conservator, or other fiduciary for the person's benefit, will be eligible for any exemptions granted for any fiscal year beginning on or after July 1st, 2025. And any discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
That is another unanimous.
It's when I have to recuse myself.
22J. I lost my page here. Here we go. FY 26-015, the City Council moved that it be ordered that the City of Greenfield accept general laws, chapter 59, section 5, clause 22J, which provides an additional exemption of 25% of the amount of the tax exemption granted to veterans on their domiciles under clause 22, clause 22A, clause 22B, clause 22C, clause 22E, and clause 22F for any exemptions granted for any fiscal year beginning on or after July 1st, 2025.
Second, or yeah.
Yep. And any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Hopefully they can read that. And the last one is fiscal year 26-016. City Council moved that it be ordered that the City of Greenfield reduce the qualifying age to receive a 41C elderly exemption from 67 to 65 years of age to be effective for exemptions granted for any fiscal year beginning on or after July 1st, 2025.
Second.
And discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
That is unanimous. Let's see, is that our full agenda to this?
Approval of minutes.
Oh my gosh, I missed that. Number 3, approval of minutes. Sorry, Tammy.
Good catch, Sarah.
This is, I'll need a motion to approve the minutes from April 15th, April 23rd, and April 30th of 2025.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion?
I didn't like reading those.
You read through them?
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And unanimous, those present. All right, sorry, we were jumping around on this one. So that's it for today. Our next meeting will be August 19th, 2025 at 6 p.m. here in the City Hall meeting room. I guess I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
All right,
I might be the, day scenario.
all in favor? Aye. Thanks, everyone. Short meeting tonight.